All right. So welcome everybody to another Microphones and Morons featuring Ditrie Marie.
No, start over. We're done.
Featuring Ditrie Marie Bowie,
Yes.
who played Skyler Henderson in their own show and also as a player character in ours that you just finished listening to, which you should have before you played this.
I mean, you should have, but I mean,
Warning, spoilers.
we don't pay a
Spoiler
subscription.
alert. Spoiler.
Yes.
Spoiler.
If I knew how long, I would put a spoiler tag in it, but I'm pretty sure it starts from now until the end. So there you go.
Yeah, that's about right.
Join at the end if you want to stay spoiler free.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Listen to
You
a
want to
commercial.
say lemony fresh.
We'll
Enjoy
just
the
do
commercials.
end now for those people. So all music was written and produced.
It's by Marco Mazzei. I always do it.
They're already gone.
They already skipped because you told them to go to the end.
But no,
people
thank
don't
you so
listen.
much, Ditrie, for joining us on this. I know we've mentioned it before. You were one of the original cast before we started recording during the planning phases, and I back then when you weren't able to do it, I was like, you're gonna get a guest spot on the show, and I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. And I promised
made
the
it
first
happen.
spot to Atticus, and then I promised the second spot to you.
And complete side note though, I know that we probably can't really get too much into it, but that character concept and backstory was actually really cool.
Rad.
Yeah. Skyler.
Oh, Skyler.
no.
I was like, which one? The
No,
original
no.
one?
I mean the original one.
Yeah. I actually so I wasn't able to join y'all because I had like a pretty major surgery that like the healthcare system works differently here in Canada, and when your number gets called, it's time to go, and if you don't like go right then you have to wait and get pushed to the back of the list. And I was like, okay, I'm going. And it took me a while to recover from that, but
Yeah.
I took that character and used it kind of modified it a little bit, and I play that character in my main D&D campaign every week.
Cool.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
Good to know that all still built into something.
Yeah.
Also good that your healthcare system works.
Also true.
Yes. It is definitely an improvement from the US healthcare system. It isn't perfect. There are definitely flaws. It is what it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing's perfect.
Yeah. There are definitely functional systems in other countries that are vastly better. But it's a step in the right direction.
There you
Yeah,
go.
definitely.
True.
But no, I hope you noticed my throwback to your original character's backstory, which was Maleficent. I don't think we had mentioned their name yet, but me and you combined came up with a backstory that dealt with the battle in what was it called again?
I'm terrible at names.
Gettysburg.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit, Anubis. It was the city of
that's
Anubis, and the battle with the paladins and the undead. We'll just leave it there. And that was brought back up in the A Monster's Confession arc with Herbert West.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, Herbert?
Herbert. Oh, sorry. What was his name?
Edwin North.
Edwin North. Inspired by the reanimator Herbert West. My mistake there.
I know what you meant. I got you.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Sherman East.
Yeah.
Or Thaddeus
No,
South.
but Edwin North, not Herbert
I was
West.
going to go crazy. I was like, no, his name's Rothschild. Rothschild South.
Bartholomew South, obviously.
But no, I needed something for him to have done outside of the area that y'all are in. And I was like, I already created a setting in Anubis, and I used that entire battle to tie into his backstory and his connection with the King in Yellow, or the Tattered King.
King in
Yeah,
Yellow.
yeah. Just think that backstory that you wrote with him heavily influenced the things we're going through now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I apologize. It's funny because in my main campaign, stuff will come up that's very reminiscent of the King in Yellow. Because I told my DM like what the original story was, and she brings stuff in sometimes, and we'll fight like monsters with tentacles, and my character just has a complete meltdown because they're like, I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do.
Hmm.
Yeah. Skyler is a whole different bean, though.
And
Yes, Skyler. I thought it was really cool bringing on basically a god in training that's a ghost and can manipulate technology. And I, with the creation of the city, I made it far more advanced to accommodate for those kind of powers.
Which Skyler appreciated very much.
A lot of world building went into this arc, which we talked about on the previous recording before this. And Skyler helped drive a lot of the world building, like robots. You asked if there was robots, and I was just like, yep, there's robots.
And that's really incredible how you just like bring up this stuff in the moment and just kind of build the world out of nothing, just right off the cuff. It's incredible. You have a gift.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But no, the entrance of Skyler, and we talked about it. I think Steven really, really dove into it about how Skyler was a good addition for Victor, because Victor had somebody else that was very optimistic and wanted to help and everything like that, rather than the other two. Alistair,
like a foil,
and Julian.
almost.
Yeah.
we were actually balanced for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like when, like in contrast, like when it was like Victor, Julian, Alistair, and Baby like going back to the to Evangeline's house, like I literally wrote the outro as if everyone was ignoring Victor, because like Baby and Julian were talking, Alistair was too cool to bother with anybody, and Victor's just, I imagine Victor was just sort of lagging behind, starting to write his little journal because no one cared that he was there. Or
Oh,
wanted
that's
him to
so
be.
emo.
But no, like the journal entry was like super positive, and like he's excited. He's like when you're like 12 and you go out with your friends and your mom makes you bring your 7-year-old brother with him.
Yeah.
You guys are just walking along and like he's just behind, excited to be there and part of the action.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Victor's the little brother.
I have a question about the submarine that I totally should have asked when we were playing the SS Manrose. Is it yellow?
No. I don't think I ever really thought of a color. I just imagined it being like made out of scraps.
Gotcha.
And like put
Why
together
did
with
it break?
put together with like what metal could be attained and components and everything that could be attained. So it looked janky as fuck.
The scrappy little sub that could. Not so much the yellow submarine.
Yeah.
We didn't live in it.
No,
He
So
did
I would imagine
technically
it's-
for a little while.
We
Yeah.
almost
Skyler
died
didn't.
in it.
But yeah, it looks like a patchwork submarine. That's what, at least that's what it looked like in my mind.
Yeah.
I imagine.
But I
it to
like
be-
keeping things vague so people can paint it their own way in their own head.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
imagined,
me
I
too.
imagined it looked a little bit like Archie from the Watchmen series.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I had it in my head. It's like, oh, it's this little like weird bulbous submersible thing with two giant windows in the front.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
nice.
pretty similar to what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sitting here
bad
like
at
I know what
visualizing
some of
things.
those words mean, but in combination, I don't think I know what you're referencing. So I'm going to look that up later.
It
Yeah.
happens to me all the time. Even on the Morons episode, you're like here with me.
Yes,
Great.
we're all masters of obscure references.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna work Beverly Hills Cop 3 in here somewhere.
Oh, please.
Oh.
Oh man.
But no, Skyler came in. What? Like, how did I didn't even really tell you like the whole deal with you coming into the game. I just, I think I told you they're going to be in a submarine and it's going to shut down and they're not going to have any possible way to get out of it unless your character shows up.
Yeah, you told me that there would be a submarine and that it would be obvious that they would be in distress because Skyler can go wherever they want to go at any given time. So I needed a reason for Skyler to stay and help the group. And because they're a god in training and they're more on the good side of the alignment chart, they would definitely want to help somebody. But that's all I knew going into it. And so when there were like these spooky things happening to the sub before Skyler got there, I was sitting there listening and thinking, is that me? Am I doing this to them? Did I just shut their power off? Like I was very confused for a minute. I was like, is and I'm also very curious what caused the malfunction in the first place, because I guess it could have just been a breakdown, but my understanding in the moment was that there was some kind of like creature that attacked.
I think I don't think it was stated. I think it was pretty much implied that it was the star vampire we encountered later, because it would. Victor heard the same tittering sound in the museum as he did in the submarine.
And tittering,
everyone else just heard it thumping.
And tittering is
Yeah.
a very specific word.
That
so
is a fair
Chittering,
Yes.
tittering. I think I said tittering and I
still
meant
haven't
chittering.
looked it up. I still haven't looked it up. I don't know what word is what.
I mean, we know what you mean. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, totally. It was, Victor was the only one that rolled high enough to hear the star vampire. So he's the only one that heard it. But whenever y'all get whenever y'all get into the museum and you're leaving the office, he's like, hey, there's that tittering sound again. And then boom, Julian.
I totally did not make that connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I did, because it would have made me look stupid if I hadn't.
So just for anybody listening, like I'm going to go ahead and save you a Google search really quick. So tittering defined as expressing or characterized by half-suppressed laughter or amusement.
I don't know. I feel like that could be that could be what the star vampire was doing. It was just laughing. At
It was
Yeah.
playing a prank on us. It was like
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Super
take these
excited for
guys'
the next
powers
meal.
off.
I mean, it still works out. The word was chittering, but I said
Yeah.
tittering. So yeah, it was laughing at you guys because you were in a terrible situation.
And Victor knew the word tittering and described it that way.
Yeah.
There's something thumping on the outside, and it's laughing at us. Oh, no.
But like laughing in that kind of way where its buddies are like sitting there and he's like, check this out.
Yeah.
They can't see me.
Or like somebody
gonna-
who's
I'm
really
gonna suck their
excited
blood.
for their next meal. They're like, this is going to be so tasty.
Delightfully devilish star vampire.
Why does this blood taste like fried chicken?
I love the whole like no, I shouldn't say it. Then you're like,
No.
and he's like it's too weird, and he's like, we're stranded in a submarine. You're a ghost. He eats people. Like, you're like, oh,
Yeah, that
you
was
smell
really-
like fried chicken and potato wedges. And he's like, did you just taste me? Like, I love that all the interaction surrounding just that, like, that ability, that inherent ability that Skyler has.
Yeah, it was
I
really
think-
fun to do.
In general, all of the interplay with Skyler was really good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They just popped in and met a very odd band of brothers because y'all act like siblings.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yes, we do. I have to. I know.
It is funny how they play off each other like that, and throwing Skyler in there, throwing Baby in there, it kind of enhanced Alistair's just jerkiness, but bringing Skyler in, it was I don't know, it was like saying
was
before, like it was
warmer.
very optimistic and very very warm compared to the other the guest. Not saying it was bad.
No,
I'm just saying it was a
Yeah.
very warm atmosphere.
No.
And you can tell by all of the laughter that happened, because not all of it was meta and just us. It was in game as well. There was a lot of laughter and a lot of very comedic moments just in play.
Mm-hmm.
I love comedy. It's the
Yeah.
best. And in 2020, we sure need it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
2020 needed the fish market.
Oh my gosh. And the thing about that is that the thought of Alistair with this giant wrapped up tuna, just the sheer size difference is what got me to giggling. And
Yeah.
then afterward I realized, the word large package, like the phrase large package, was used. And that is also something that is funny. That's not even what I was thinking about originally. It's just the idea of like Alistair being such a, proud and refined individual, but still being relatively, tiny, trying to deal with this large purchase he just made. It just cracked me up.
Yeah.
I'll get my monster manservant to carry it for me.
I mean, it's the logical solution.
Perfect.
The image that came to
Of
my
course.
mind was in the Flintstones when Fred gets the giant ass like brontosaurus ribs and it's just colossal and just tilts the whole car over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm imagining Alistair just trying to like carry it over, you just fall on your side.
Yeah.
Or like the Charlie Brown moment where he goes to France and he buys the baguette and then he tries to leave, like go out the door with the baguette, but he's holding it horizontally so he can't go through the door and he keeps trying to go. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although now that I think about it, there's still tuna left there. No.
Oh,
yeah. We went through that portal.
That's
They-
right. Y'all didn't
The
pick up
tuna-
any of
the
your
tuna's-
stuff.
in the fridge.
And
There's so much tuna
the
left
city's
in
being
there.
flooded with water, so you can't get the pre-cut
Yeah.
tuna.
Yeah.
So the tuna is just returning to its natural environment.
Yeah.
See, that's why Victor wrapped up the head to go.
Smart.
He did portion it out into
Portioned
rations.
it into rations and tucked it away in his whatever.
Oh, you know
Year
what else
Tupperware.
you left behind? The
No.
wine.
Oh,
That's okay.
Wasn't that much
Julian-
left of it?
Yep.
Julian will never know that wine exists. So
That's
it's
true.
Well-
no problem at all.
Evangeline did ask y'all if y'all find any wine to bring it back.
Oh fuck! Damn it!
Sorry, Evangeline. Julian drank it all.
Yes, I did.
Yep, that's what happened.
I totally forgot that was a thing we were supposed to do. Damn it! We should
Yeah.
write these things
2
down.
seasons from now, you're gonna run into.
I set y'all up with side quests
in a
and y'all
different
just-
dimension.
I mean, but side
I
quests
don't know
generally
what
mean we have to
happened. A
think about
portal
others.
just appeared,
Yeah.
and
It's true.
and the bottle just went
caught- we were caught in the
right
moment.
through, and then the portal just closed. I don't know what happened. It just
Yeah.
it just went through.
Since we screwed up, what we're going to have to do is Victor is going to have to try to make his own wine.
I mean,
Victor could make wine.
Oh,
He
I
doesn't
have a
have to
fear.
have people in it.
he,
It doesn't have to have people in it. Victor makes regular food all the time.
You could
Everybody
do like
forgets that. I love it.
you could do like
he
a
made
mulled
potato
wine.
wedges. It's
True.
not like those were potato wedges made out of the head that was in the freezer. They were just made out of potatoes.
So my
Please don't make that
my
insinuation
fear
ever again.
is what fruit would Victor possibly have access to make wine out of? Where you go?
I
Like
I didn't create this nightmare world. Ask Adam.
I know.
actually, that's an interesting point because, like, what fruit did they have in Servetus?
Maybe that's why Evangeline wanted the special wine that the Nori make because
Oh,
it's
wait,
made from
wait.
the
Well,
sea
the wine was
berries
in
that
Julian's
only grow down
apartment.
there.
Are you ready for
So-
this? I know exactly what kind of fruit is available in Servetus. Crab apples.
Are you sure it's not watermelon?
Oh no!
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Watermelon is good.
I
That's
felt
another
that
good
pun
one.
in my soul.
Oh man. So I set you up with a robot. Well, you set yourself up with a robot. I just made it after that.
Yes.
And you were totally driving them around. And for anybody that's a fan of Stick Shift Incorporated, Skyler was basically like a driver, like an Uber driver, basically, under a different company. It wasn't Uber. I don't know how spoilery. I don't want to get too
Well,
spoilery, but yeah.
It's like if you've gotten far enough in the show to feel comfortable listening to this, it's not a spoiler. So go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like,
It's your fault.
Well, I'll let you.
I kind of feel like
double
Skyler's
spoilers.
existence here probably
All
is a
music was
spoiler.
written and produced.
Oh, that was a
sorry.
good callback.
Oh man.
So we're gonna have to go back later in the episode to do the spoiler for that cutoff, and then the end of the whole episode spoiler cutoff.
Yeah. But Skyler was a human that drove ghosts around, and then in this world, they were a ghost that was driving
A human
living
around.
people around.
Yeah, the living. Yeah. And when Skylar was driving around ghosts, they had no idea. They thought that the people they were
Yeah.
interacting with were live and kicking. Maybe not kicking. They were definitely very
Yeah.
strange. Like
Alive and
each
Yeah.
of
very
them had
odd.
something that was a little bit off, but Skylar's was super overworked, and this was like a third job for them. So they were like, I don't have the brain space or the
I'm just here
capacity
so I
for
don't
this.
get fined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was hilarious, and I did not plan that. I did not plan on you driving in a car them around because I didn't even have robots planned. And and I didn't think about it
Yeah.
until you were driving. I think it was the second time you were driving when I actually thought about it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I just did that.
It's beautiful how your subconscious, not you specifically, but just like people who create and tell stories, like when you're in the act of creating a story, either alone or with a group of people, afterwards you can go back and look at what you created and find all of these cool little puzzle pieces that your subconscious just put together on the spot that you weren't consciously thinking of. And that is just the best thing. I love that so much.
Yeah. But it's crazy. It's just crazy how that worked out. And
That was great.
Pretty
because
perfect.
I'm a huge fan of Stick Shift Incorporated, so like I thought it was
Thank
awesome
you.
that you just like you were driving, and I can't get over that. I thought it was as a fan of the show that Skyler comes from, it was like just like, oh wow.
Absolutely.
You have
kind
to
of
hold
deal.
in. You have to hold in your fanboying as your DM.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, that's so cool.
Like, absolutely.
Skyler didn't also drive a robot mech around, right? Like a transformer.
Yeah.
No,
Right? Okay.
Funny thing about that.
Their car, yeah, their car has okay. So in order to work for this company that they work for, which is Stick Shift Incorporated, they give
What?
their employees a sticker, and the sticker that they're supposed to put on the car has like this little mechanical doodad that comes out, and like there's like magic tech embedded into the sticker, and it also kind of like plugs into the car, and there's an AI involved, and yeah, so not quite a transformer, but definitely more than an ordinary car.
More than meets the eye.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Beat me to it. Fucking beat me to it.
You got to be on top of things.
Damn it.
Oh man, and there are watchers in the show and everything, and I just totally missed that.
But yeah, Stick Shift Incorporated definitely is a show that I hold very near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
because you play Hades, who is the CEO of Styx Shift Incorporated, because Styx is STYX. It's a play on words. It's actually spelled like sticks from a tree, but it's like the river Styx.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very clever wordplay.
Mr. Catacosmos.
And
Yeah.
I even got the honor of playing another little side character that kind of made that relation even more like kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the kicker in like there's something definitely like this is it wasn't obvious, but it was just like boom, I kind of get what's going on now.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that Stick Shift Incorporated is also my first paying gig. So
Really?
yeah.
I am so honored.
Absolutely. So that
Guys are
that
getting
like
paid?
if I ever make it big, like that'll be a little trivia thing. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my motivation behind getting more stuff out there and getting more people listening and getting advertising and stuff is because I want to pay my actors a living wage, because I think that is right and fair.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you could definitely go to the supermarket, and then once you load up your cart and you just say, no, I have all this exposure, I'm good. I'm just gonna walk out. Can't eat exposure, guys and gals.
Oh, is that how it works? Huh. I should try that. Don't
I mean,
try
when the
this at
cops
home,
showed
kids.
up, I had to explain to a bunch of stuff, but that's not important.
Oh, I do not need cops showing up. I'm a person of color, even though I look pretty fair skinned. I'm not messing with that.
No.
No.
It's not- well, that's a whole other topic we could spend literally hours talking about, and probably not for the fun uplifting stuff we're talking about right now.
Yeah. Like Julian being drained of all of his blood, and then
Yeah. It's uplifting.
Well, it was uplifting. You picked me up.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I saved you.
You saved me.
That was so sweet.
Yeah,
That
it
was a
was.
beautiful
It was.
moment.
He had to. He had to save him.
No,
I gotta save my friend.
the thing
My
that,
best friend Julian.
the thing that actually that was very moving and was very dramatic was the bit in the Citadel with you trying to get Victor. That was I was a little emotional after going that because you like were genuine in your concern for Victor almost being dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially because
Concern, anxiety, and worry are emotions I do well.
yes. But like it was I don't know. It was just something I had to mention because I was just like, wow, I actually feel like I'm watching this and not a part of this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And that's definitely something that Skyler would have done. It's very much in their character to, you're thrown into a crazy situation. You have no idea what's going on, but you want to help as many people as you possibly can because you want to make the world a better place.
Aww.
The world is big and strange and weird and...
Especially the world you jumped into or that you fold stepped into.
Yeah, there's the giant ancient deep one man that was inside of another giant king man.
Oh, you put it like that. Jeez.
Oh man, that moment when that nori ripped open and Skyler, like internally, Skyler was just like, "Oh no, I wanted to save you. Oh, there's no hope for these people." That was a sad moment for Skyler, for sure. Oh gosh, I was gonna say something else, and I forgot what it was. It'll come back if it's important.
Those that slow spell was like clutch throughout
Awesome.
this entire thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
You slowed the Star Vampire. You slowed the whole group in the Citadel, and it slow actually sped that fight up. Which is really weird.
Oh, the irony!
Funny how that works.
It's conclusion for sure.
Because it pushed Dagon's annoyance so high that he was just like, I'm not playing around anymore. I'm ripping out of this body and I'm unleashing my full power on these people.
What a jerk.
Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. This arc is the first time that Skyler ever step folded somewhere outside of, like, most of their fold steps have been on planet Earth during their time. So this was like the first big wild jump they've ever done. So yeah, it was very disorienting.
But
we're
picking
really
the
happy
spells,
Mhm.
picking the spells for Skyler was there was some puzzling that went through it because they are a deity and they have some abilities that could be really OP in a D&D game.
Yeah.
And so I worked really hard to not use a lot of OP abilities. And I think it worked okay.
Oh yeah,
think so.
I think it was
Absolutely.
really well balanced. And like I think Richard has said it before, like crowd control spells are sometimes more powerful than your biggest blasting spell or
absolutely.
or biggest attack.
Or anti-magic for that matter. Like I would kill for counterspell at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man, have y'all seen Black Clover?
Yes.
It's an
I've not.
anime.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Anti-magic
But go ahead.
reminded me of Asta. Black Clover is a great anime. I highly recommend watching it. They have a character who has chronic illness, and it's a really great representation of it. He doesn't show up until much later in the show, but it's probably one of my favorite animes now. Totally worth watching. Yes.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can definitely find it on like Crunchyroll or the like.
Yes.
Sponsor us, please.
Oh man, if only.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take almost any
Hey,
sponsor
you,
right
you know
now.
what, Crunchyroll?
So if like,
Almost.
You can sponsor
if
us.
like Wheaties wants to sponsor us, I'll
Oh
be
my
like, sure.
god!
like
Cereal would be
Just put us on the Wheaties.
Wheaties.
box.
but you know what? If Crunchyroll wants to sponsor us, like we're willing to even work with them to make an anime. That'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
100,000%.
Oh my god.
I've always had a dream that Microphones and Monsters would be an animated like cartoon.
I think it would work
I would
well.
love to watch y'all on the screen. That would be amazing.
Is it biased that I want all of this anime to be done in JoJo art form?
Oh,
I
why?
really want that.
Oh man, the posing.
Oh. I am not a fan of the JoJo art style.
I want it done like Garfield and Friends.
Just call
Yes.
it Alistair
What the
and Friends.
3D animation Garfield?
No,
Or the
Garfield
old school.
and Friends.
Like the-
yeah,
the
like,
cartoon.
like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Speaking
Or
of which,
Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies would be great.
Yes.
Because you could just cut away to whatever stock footage and use that to show. Great.
Oh, man. It's too good.
Yeah.
Weird tangent. If you guys have a Twitter account, please follow the account that's Garfield thrown out of a window. It is hilarious because it's literally just takes the old school Garfield panels, but every end panel is Garfield being thrown out of a window. It's just random hodgepodge together. It always ends with Garfield being thrown out.
Oh god.
It's fucking
Defenestration.
hilarious.
But, you know, considering like how funny Garfield minus Garfield is, I'm sure that that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think of some of my other favorite moments with Skyler.
Oh, I did not like that box.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Oops.
box.
I was.
My bad.
I mean, y'all have no
Oh,
clue what
yeah.
that box is.
No,
And what
I
it
don't.
does.
No
Nope.
idea.
And we
or what
may
the
never
gem
find
inside
out.
the box does. That's made out
It was
of
obviously
like,
important, which is why Victor got it.
it is darkness itself, like the way it looks. Like it's the darkness, the darkest like color or lack of color that you can even imagine is this gem. So yeah. And it
Skylar
shuts
went into
down
it all
electronics.
super hopeful. Oh, maybe that's the key.
That's exactly
yeah.
what I thought, and I almost killed you as a result.
I in no way thought the key was in that box. I knew that would have been too easy. The key was not going to be in that box. I knew it, but I
No
knew
better.
that box. I knew that. Oh, Adam dropped a box next to where Victor is. Probably got to pick the box up. That's as far as I
Basic
thought.
game
through.
rule etiquette, right?
I was about
But
to
it
say,
was-
and how did that work out for you?
Oh,
You
well,
had
I
a
mean,
choice.
The box was fine. Yeah.
So I think
You totally had a choice.
I think
And
I know what
you
it is.
chose to risk your own life to get that box.
Now we have
And
to
then
make it count.
bite Father Dagon
Well, I mean,
to
he
gain
was there.
to psychically steal his or like get his memories.
Which the absolute. I know we're going.
I
a little bit
didn't
of
know he
tangent
was
here.
Father Dagon or what that meant.
Yeah,
do
we didn't
now.
know that.
But just knowing that after the fact, the absolute cojones on you for biting him and him getting all pissy like that is rad.
Yeah.
Well, I was right next to him anyway because I had to pick up the box. You know. And, you know, maybe I misread my sheet and forgot how key points and reactions and bonus actions worked. I mean, maybe that's what happened in the middle. I don't know.
I have to relearn every single time I use the lightning gun and be like, okay, how do all these modifiers add up? Let me do the math real fast.
Yeah.
It's
I
a,
thought
it's
I
a
would be able
pretty
to get away from
detailed
him, but I couldn't.
magic item.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, at the very beginning, when Skylar like made a thought memory, a thought form of the lightning gun, that only
Yes.
lasts 8 hours, so it's gone. But they can make it again
Oh.
at any time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you still have the memory of it. You just
Mm-hmm.
like how does it like are you able to like manifest that into a physical form, like like those memories like that whenever you give it a shape?
Now, this is
the
something
memory of shape.
that this is something that I found from D&D stuff, not so much from Six Shift Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
And short answer is I don't know.
Okay.
I assume that it is something that's tangible enough for you to hold. But you cannot do any damage with said object. Like it's not tangible enough to injure someone.
Could it be annoying?
It's just a way of like you could pull out thought forms in like the book, form of a book, and you could put them on shelves, and you could like fill a whole library shelf, and they're all just like ethereal books that disappear after 8 hours. I don't know where it comes from or why it's a thing, but I thought it would be fun to do.
See, I was thinking that it had something to do with, and you may be able to take this and run with it. That like you were stepping outside of the robot and creating an ethereal robot form to gain practice to take that form. I was thinking it had something to do with that, to where you practice creating that form to the point that it like you're able to manifest it as a physical object that you can use.
It didn't initially going into it, but when I was like looking through what I could do on my D&D sheet and the different abilities, I was like, oh, this would be fun to play with. And again, looking back at it, 2020 hindsight, that makes a lot of sense. That is something that my subconscious did. That I was like, okay, this is an intermediary step between Skyler. Yeah. So most likely, yes, but I was not consciously aware of it at the time.
Okay. No, I think it's really cool, and it goes with like that whole trying to create a form, a physical form that you can use, which
without
now you have
exploding.
access to. You have a transportation mode, and you have a sentinel mode that Skyler gets to practice and perfect those bodies.
I'm so excited.
So Skyler can do combat or transport people.
Yeah.
Or just have
like
a physical
leave the
body
car parked behind and just be able to interact with the world without exploding. Because just for I want to call you Victor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Steven.
It's okay, Adam.
Thank you.
I do it all the time.
For Steven's benefit, so there's this rule in the story of Six Shift Incorporated where if like a immortal being is seen by a living person and they don't have some kind of like special form that they take or some kind of magical protection, or if the living being doesn't have like this super rare mutation and they are seen by a living being in their true state, they're going to explode.
No.
And then that's it.
That's good.
They're just gone forever. Their soul is gone. They never exist. They're done forever.
Yeah.
And ever and ever. So that's why y'all couldn't see Skyler. Skyler's not ready yet.
I like that exploding. I'm pretty down with that sentiment, to be honest.
And I would say that different universes have different rules too.
That's a good point.
With the whole exploding thing, because they've basically seen, because in the world, gods aren't the same as like a typical D&D setting. Ultimately, there is no like what do you call it? Your traditional hierarchy
Pantheon
of gods. Pantheon, yeah. There's not your traditional pantheon of gods. If there is any semblance of a pantheon of gods, it's more of the old ones. and the outer gods and all that kind of stuff, which are nothing like a normal D&D setting with gods for different things.
For the most part, they just kind of
even
exist, and they don't really have like followers per se. They just have crazy people who heard things about them and try to like bring them into the world for who knows why.
Now, should
And
Victor
the old
bite
ones
these?
actually.
Should he bite those guys?
Oh God.
No.
And then Victor's head explodes.
No! I was gonna say the old ones actually predate, like in the Six Shift Incorporated world. They are like the ancient ones that supersede the law of revelation, all that stuff. They are not impacted by that at all. It's the newer, the younger folks like Hades and Thor and all this other stuff. But the old ones are like, they simply are.
Yeah, they are.
They are what they are. They do what they do.
Which, for some reason, in our world, they have an influence, which hasn't been revealed yet. So I'm not going to say.
Well, I was going to say
but
some more directly than others, I'm sure.
Yeah, some more directly than others, and different universes may have different influences from different beings.
Like, I'm sure if Yog-Sothoth had even a minor influence on anything, we're all done.
Yeah. I think
or your lives would get really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a word
I think
for
like
it.
that's a word. Yes.
The only god that I have even thought about that has had any kind of influence in the old world, at least with Maleficent and Anubis, is the Traveler. But the Traveler isn't necessarily locked to a certain place. I mean, their name is the Traveler. So
Travel.
that god exists in our lore, but that's really the only one that has made its way into public at this point now public like knowledge that of our pantheon of
we're just opening the
deities.
floodgates. Like, everything is possible because we're just positioning ourselves as just one piece of the overarching everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The multiverse.
like we can have crossovers from literally anything if we can just get people to come do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's why
amazing and terrifying thought.
I know, right?
I really wanted to bring in Baby on that first one, just the introduction of the second season, and that like just set it up, because it was like we didn't pull from an actual play, and we pulled from something that's just completely off the wall.
Yeah.
That like a little demon baby that has a diaper of holding. And then we brought in a god from another audio drama, or from an audio drama that it's weird trying to add rules to a god
And not just have them be completely all powerful.
Yeah.
Our third guest is going to be David Attenborough playing himself.
I agree.
Please, where do we sign?
Like, I think when I pitched the whole like I want to do guest thing to these guys before they ever knew anything, I was like, I don't want it confined or limited to D&D characters. I want it, if we could bring a real person from the real world, say like it's from another like discussion podcast, and they come into our world and we give rules to a real person and they play a real person. Like I
that
never,
would be so fun to listen to.
I don't see any limitations to what we can do with guests, and I feel like we've already touched on that. It just has to I have to come up with it and
Manifest.
Does
Work with
anyone
other
know
people.
if Herner Wertzog is available? Because man, that would be amazing.
It's Werner Herzog.
Yeah, close enough. Herner Wertzog.
I don't think we'll get him on the podcast.
Please.
Get his name wrong.
As I stand there looking at the man who would be a ghoul, my heart shuddered with fear.
Oh man.
I mean, they got him for the Mandalorian.
They did. Oh
wouldn't
God, that's
Stephen
great.
Fry
Oh.
be great?
That actually reminds me though. When are we getting that guest from Lovecraft Country?
Oh man, I would love that. I would love that. I just finished it
It's
today.
right after we get Dharma from Dharma and Greg.
I just finished the 10th episode today, and that was an amazing show.
Oh God, I have to see. I am not caught up. I need to see what you're talking about.
It is very. It's a sad. It's
you
sad
know what would
and
be
anger inducing, and
The guest?
no. I'm
okay.
saying
That's how
Lovecraft
people feel
Country.
about Dharma from Dharma.
And but it's good storytelling. It is amazing storytelling, and I love the characters in it. But yeah, just fair warning. It is.
Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
It is,
It's,
in a word, Lovecraftian.
It touches on real world issues, and I felt like they did a really good job of delivering like
Gotcha.
what it was like in
Rage.
1950s U.S. I didn't hear what you said, Ditrie.
I said I got it. The rage.
Oh, the rage. Yeah.
Rage-inducing stuff.
Yes, rage-inducing. Yes.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me now?
I think Ditrie might
Yes.
be a little behind.
Can we get that guy?
I'm gonna
He already
leave and
went
then
from
come
like
back in.
Verizon to Sprint.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
might
think-
cut out for a second.
Yeah.
We
Can y'all
should
hear
get the
me?
Can you hear me now, guy?
Yeah,
I can hear y'all fine.
Okay.
I think Ditrie was
Ditrie's
just
just
a
having a
bit
connection issue.
behind.
Yeah.
Because we were responding to Ditrie after Ditrie was responding a ways after.
It was ruined my joke.
I thought it was funny.
This is the worst.
It's okay. We'll just set it back up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crack a cold one. It's all improv now.
And you see what happens when you ignore my Dharma and Greg joke is I make another one.
Don't
The
disrespect
God-
Dharma and Greg again.
Don't you forget about Dharma and Greg.
The gods,
That was a
Great
good show.
sitcoms
the gods will smite us
of
for
our
ignorance.
generation.
That was a good show. It was
I did-
funny.
It was all right.
It was all
actually
right.
I mean, it's kind of like a modern day
didn't-
odd couple kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I mean, I'll put it. Say
I
that.
didn't. That's how everyone feels about it. That's why when someone mentions it, you're like, "Oh, Dharma
It's
and
like the
Greg."
purgatory of shows.
Like, I remember that show. It's not. No one's like, "I remember that show fondly." It was my favorite show. It's like, "Oh yeah, I remember Jenna Elfman had a career for like a year." Now we'll never get her to guest star. So-
Let's see what you
well,
did.
Not doing a whole lot.
no, she's not.
Can you hear us now?
I can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You said rage.
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, that's exactly. It's rage inducing.
It's funny because I heard y'all's reactions like well after the conversation happened, like as I was trying to reboot my app.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yes, wait, no, I'll be back.
It's okay. We just discussed our favorite Dharma and Greg episodes while you were gone.
Oh, I see.
That's a lie.
I think a great crossover
My favorite
for
one
y'all.
is the one where Dharma was really, really like loopy and Greg was all super serious and down to earth. That was my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I know exactly what he's talking about.
I mean, it was such a break from the way they normally did things.
yeah. No one saw it coming.
So
I think
what
a
was
great podcast crossover that would be awesome with y'all would be if y'all could work with the Old Gods of Appalachia.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
that
have
would
to
be
reach out to them.
amazing.
We should.
I don't know how busy they are. They're so good. Y'all would be like a perfect fit.
Nice.
You're not saying that because the majority of us have beards, right?
No,
Like she can only see one
Okay,
of the
just making
beards.
sure.
No, it's really, really good horror storytelling centered in Appalachia. That's like real deep mountain lore comes from the bones. Like it's real. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, may or may not be related to the fact that we're all pretty close to Appalachia.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
too.
Some of us even went to a college there.
Some of us, maybe
Really?
1/4 of us say.
Just 1/4.
Just
Me.
1/4.
I went there.
No, I mean I have a college degree, but I didn't
Okay.
go to Appalachian State.
I hurt now.
That's a
that a
that's a hell of
burn?
a
I did not-
throwback. That was
Did
a
not get
throwback
that.
to him having a college degree. in a previous Morons episode, I don't remember what it
Gotcha.
was,
Yeah.
I'm good at the callbacks.
but yeah.
I am not great at memory things, so I appreciate someone explain that.
No, my character specializes in it.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, definitely. If anybody listening to this like has like some character in something, or even just themselves talking in a podcast and wants to do some kind of crossover, like hit us up. We'll see what we might be able to do.
Yeah.
Can't promise anything, but
Or more specifically,
may be able to do something.
hit Adam up, because he's the one that's going to be able to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably won't talk to you.
It's like I got one guest lined up, but I have not figured out the best way to get them in yet. So after this these guest episodes, we're doing a bit without a guest, because I got stuff I want to cover that won't involve guests coming in. And don't want to just constantly do guests over and over and over and over.
Right.
Yeah, no.
So,
you want to have a break from that, so it stays novel and fresh and cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hip. To be square.
And hip.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus we're going to have a little bit on our plate coming soon.
Yeah.
So be a little bit
Is-
more difficult to interact with other people.
Oh, is this an allusion to what happened after Skyler pieced out?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, actually, I think we were the
Okay.
ones that pieced out.
I
more
will
so.
not ask any follow-up
Yeah.
questions.
Left you behind. Oh, I didn't know
Well,
the rules
Skyler was
on
actually
the
intending to
Dreamland,
stay
so-
behind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I didn't really know the rules on the Dreamlands and how Skyler could traverse the Dreamlands. So I just made because the Dreamlands don't necessarily exist in the world that Skyler's from. And it's its own sub domain inside of this universe. And you need special means to go into it. And
Yeah.
Skyler didn't have those special means.
Yeah.
But Skyler also wanted to stay behind and help the Nori from Dagon. And I don't
thought that
know.
was a good exit for Skyler
Yeah.
as well.
It was a really good exit.
It was really in character because now we were presumably going to be okay, but those other people needed help more than we did.
And realistically, like Skyler didn't ever leave. The show left.
Yeah.
it's true. It's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah. That underwater city's still down there, and Skyler's still down there.
I told you we'd find a way to keep you involved.
Yeah.
And I'm curious myself if it ever comes up later on as
Yeah,
Skyler
most likely what
fold
Skyler would have
steps
done.
across the multiverse. Did you say something? No, I thought you said something.
I'm not even sure
Ditrie.
who you're talking to.
Yeah, I think I'm way
I mean-
behind you guys again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I figured because I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear
Okay,
anything,
hold on.
and I was okay.
Right back.
Because Dharma's parents were really, really
No,
goofy like
not
her.
again.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Oh, there we go. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the pre-Dharma.
That was pre-Dharma.
God, our whole life is very, very weird in a post Dharma and Greg era.
Yeah. I kind of prefer BDG to PDG.
In the year of our Lord, past Dharma and Greg.
I don't feel like Greg or Dharma is my lord.
All right.
I'll just say that.
I'm keeping video off because hopefully that will help. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
fine.
Might.
No, I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything, so I wanted to make sure like we didn't get too far ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that what Skyler would have done is stayed behind, see if there was anything that they were capable of doing to save the Nori, and if there wasn't, then they would have step-folded away to try to find help, to bring the help back to help the Nori.
Yeah. Okay.
And how successful that is or isn't is entirely dependent upon you because it is your world.
Yep. Well, knowing Adam, everyone is doomed.
If it ever comes
Skyler
up
will
again.
learn some valuable lessons along the way.
Well, according to other Julian, oh man, I just thought of saying other Julian. I just thought of Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah.
Other Jared.
Yeah.
Original Jared or original Julian.
Yeah.
But
Just call him OJ.
Which one's the original? How will we know?
oh, I guess it's who you talk to. I forgot what I was saying though, but
Probably just some kind of horrible thing you thought of to do to us in the game. So don't worry about
okay.
it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not important.
You can forget. You're allowed to forget
you're allowed
those.
to forget that part. Yeah, I would
I
agree.
feel
Yeah.
like Alistair answered that question.
Wait, which one?
The probably something in the game you don't need to worry about it. I feel like that was a little bit of Alistair coming out.
Maybe just a little.
yeah, just
coming
a
out to
little.
play.
I think there's a little bit of Alistair in Richard anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, if you ever meet me in real life, I'm a complete asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Hey, where did that come from?
You're a big teddy bear man.
So what? Let's see. What was your favorite? Before we go, what was your favorite moment through this entire arc that Skyler was a part of?
Oh wow. It's so hard to choose. Skyler felt really good about being able to help Victor.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the moment that you informed me that the robot was like a transformer robot with like, I was like, oh my gosh, all my childhood dreams have come true. It was perfect. That made me really happy.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll have to go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of fun just like coming up with, because what I left a cliffhanger for you, for all of you, where no, the cliffhanger was the recording with Julian.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just like, I got something to tell you, and then I was like, okay, that's the
it.
that's the end of the session, and all of you were like, ah,
Come on.
Yeah. That was really well done.
That was very
It
good.
was.
and then after that, I was like, how do I continue this? Like, how do I do this? And then I was like, oh man, yeah, the robot can be a combat robot, and it combines with the car, and I was just like, I just had a lot of fun with that. I like mixing in like media that I enjoy into the story. So if that's not obvious.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. That's why some people get like the Iron Man thing, and some people get with Julian and all that kind of stuff. But there was a mixture. There was a mixture of stuff going on there.
A pretty good breadth of references that we use.
Yeah. Still want that mech suit though. I'm not letting you
The one that exploded.
forget it's been well, okay, which one?
The other one that exploded.
Yes.
Both of them exploded.
Yeah.
The two mech
Exploded.
suits that you have seen have exploded, and one of them had a lightning fist.
Third time's the charm, guys.
Well, maybe you have the blueprints for one.
Oh, that's
You do
oh
have
no,
Julian's
they're
journal.
I was going to say they're underwater now.
I do.
yeah, they're all in the hotel,
No, I
aren't
grabbed
they?
it. I grabbed the journal.
Oh, so it's in your pack?
No, but the
Yeah,
blueprints.
he's got the journal, and he's got all the blueprints
Yeah,
and
Ooh, I
all
got
the
smart.
information on the tower that the other Julian had.
Okay, that part I forgot about, and that's actually
Yeah.
very useful. So I'm going to write that down right now. Excuse me.
These sessions can be useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another moment that I really loved is when we were riffing on Father Dagon's kids. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I was like, oh, children's voices? My voice is perfect for that. I love doing kids' voices. That was so much fun.
so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. That was great.
Although, something else I want to bring up here, because I am going to make this a tradition, hell or high water. Skyler would be the A-team van.
Yes, that's what I said. There you go. You nailed it.
Yes, but which Dharma and Greg character?
The correct answer is both.
Oh yeah. There you go. Were we talking about the
y'all are
A-team
fun.
on this or
It was-
the
no,
previous?
previous one.
the last one we did for the
Okay,
that
so
was
that
the
was
last
the-
microphones.
yeah
and
for the
Morons.
October Morons. we did.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking about the A-team and which characters would be in the
And I
A-team,
know,
and
like, how disparate this is. Like, because at least with the baby one, it was like a couple of weeks separated, like when we released them. But I guess maybe a week separated. But
Yeah, I think it's a week.
But yeah, this one's like going to be a month, so nobody's going to even remember that. It's going to be so obscure.
It's gonna be great.
yeah.
That's why you should go back and re-listen.
yeah,
right?
obviously.
It helps the show. Why not?
Does. Re-listen.
Oh, Skyler would be every vehicle that they use in
Yes.
in the A-team. The jet,
Dharma and
the
Greg.
Yes.
The answer is all of them.
all of them.
All right. As much as you've mentioned Dharma and Greg, Adam, you have to add a Dharma and Greg look-alike into the universe now.
We'll see.
And I'm not
I might.
saying they have to be yak folk, but I am saying they have to be yak folk.
Oh, okay.
I love the yak.
Oh
folk.
man, in a weird way, I kind of feel like Dharma is a yak folk.
Yes, I could totally see that.
Probably a yak folk squeezed into a body.
Oh,
Oh, on the Cast Junkie server, I remember somebody was asking which of y'all would be which of the Three Stooges. Did y'all ever
Oh,
cover
yeah.
that?
we did not
Did you ever
cover it. We can
decide?
cover it now.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I think we were
We
talking
talked
about it.
yeah.
I think what I was thinking was,
I think
Alistair is Larry.
yeah, that's what we were going with. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor is Curly,
And I'd be Mo.
Yeah, and Julian is Mo because
I still
he'd be the one
maintained-
smacking them all the time.
Although
Yep.
I still maintain that Victor is Shemp.
yeah, that's kind of where we
Oh,
settled.
Shemp.
Okay,
The
we
Victor
do
was
Shemp.
actually Shemp, not Curly.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering that.
No one is Curly Joe because no one likes or remembers Curly Joe.
Oh,
Oh,
So true though.
I liked all of them. But yeah, that's we
That's
just
a wrap.
yeah. I think we were at an hour 10 minutes in the
Sounds
recording.
good to me.
So yeah, thank y'all. Thank you so much for playing with us. It was
Thank
a
you for
blast.
having me.
Loved all
Y'all
the
are
laughs
hilarious.
and then loved all the laughs, and I loved how I got to turn all those laughs around into something
Horrifying.
lead y'all into something horrifying.
Like,
yeah.
like I think this show is best represented by like a GIF of someone laughing turning into crying.
Yes. I mean, and isn't that just a great reflection of life sometimes? Sometimes your tears turn to laughter, and sometimes your laughter turns to tears.
Yeah. There doesn't always have to be this big scary monster, because life itself is terrifying.
Yeah.
But
And thank
also
you so
there's
much for
going to-
listening to Microphones and Monsters.
Yeah, and also there's going to be a big scary monster. So just
Yeah.
But it's
sorry,
it's
not
Hopefully
sorry.
not ones that like latch onto you with like tentacle suction cups and suck your blood out.
Drain
Oh,
all your blood.
tentacles.
but it's
Hopefully
Not
those
tentacles.
don't really exist.
And then you
Or-
take a
or-
metamorphosis into something terrible.
Or the ones that may smack you with an appendage and then apply every poison known to mankind and other kind at once.
Oh, yeah, that's
See, it's mostly about what the
Here's
monster represents. Like the star
Yes.
vampire representing Julian's anxiety.
Oh. Here's a
What?
fun random fact for the day. Octopuses don't technically have tentacles, they have legs.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Now it begs the question: what animals actually have tentacles?
Let me think.
Squids.
It's either cuttlefish or squid. I think it's squid, and they have like 6 legs and 2 tentacles, if I'm remembering.
Because those are longer than the rest of the appendages, and they have little suckers.
Yes.
Aw.
See, I think like with the star vampire, I think it's more tendrily, like Alistair's tail is a tendril.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Interesting
I don't know. I
observation.
just work here.
Speaking of being here, Ditrie, where would someone reach out and find you on the big wide world of the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at Ditrie Marie, and my first name is spelled Ditrie. Also on Sticks Shift Incorporated, that's anchor.fm/SSIP, or you can support us, patreon.com/SSIP.
Yeah, and you've been releasing bonus episodes too, haven't you? Or like
Yep.
like little bonus content things.
Patrons just got access to a video of a post-mortem interview with Skyler. And that was really fun to do.
And a little side note, because I know that we keep linking like invites into the Cast Junkie Discord for any interested. Stick Shift Incorporated also has a channel on Cast Junkie.
Yeah.
Yes, come hang out, say hello.
And those links are the Cast Junkie link is on every single episode, so you can't miss it.
I can.
Lies. I've seen you on there.
But again, thank you so much for joining us, and,
Yes,
and
thank
thank
you,
everybody for listening and enjoying this and talking to us and letting us know how much you enjoyed Skyler on the show. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun playing through it. I got to world build on things that I'd never thought I would in this arc, and it's just couldn't have done it better any other way. So just making it up as we go. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
Yep. All music was written and produced by
No.
Marco Mazzei
We
at
say
Fallen
okay.
Highway Studios.
Now we have to say, okay, now here's the end of the spoilers.
Yep.
And
No
Okay,
more spoilers.
Now you got to say it.
Oh, all music was written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now
Make that
everybody
a
heard
drinking
it.
game. How many times that happens this episode?
I think it was 5.
Drink
Five, yeah.
responsibly.
Oh, 5 drinks. That's all you got to drink during this episode.
but the whole drink's not 6. You got to do
Yes,
the
the whole
Hopefully
drinks,
they weren't
yeah, so
drinking
it's
for
the whole
every
drink.
Garmin graduation.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I gotta leave all that in too for this to make
have
sense.
to get to you.
Yeah, you gotta leave all,
Get
all
to,
the
yeah.
technical difficulties in.
I mean that's
All right.
that's the way.
Yeah.
And I love the irony of the technical difficulties happening to the person who plays the character who is a tech god.
Yeah.
That's just
Thank
you, 2020.
If we
Thank
had
you.
just had Skyler on the episode
I know,
instead
right?
of Ditrie, we wouldn't have had these
Yeah.
issues.
That is a fact.
Max, why does your mic taste like fried chicken?
Oh,
licks his lips. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Have you tried this chicken?
Stares at Bojangles out of the corner of my eye.
Aw.
Oh, that's something you can't get up there, Bojangles.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's a crying shame.
It is. It really is.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you all
was
so much. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that was one of the weird things about moving up here to Canada was like, okay, what's up here? What is it? What isn't up here? What? Like, not just moving like so far north, but also to the opposite coast. I was like, what is happening? The ocean's on the wrong side of me. What's going on?
Got any Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons are okay. They're just okay.
You get
It
your
doesn't beat Krispy Kreme.
You get your Timmies and your Timbits.
Timbits are pretty stinking cute. There's a lot of food that I can't eat, so I can't really evaluate. But they seem okay.
Always fun going to other places and seeing what kind of things people eat.
Yeah.
All
Like
music
tuna.
was written and produced by Dharma and Greg.
No! We're gonna let Adam
Okay.
finish. We are.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. We love you. And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
I almost disconnected the call rather than stopping the recording.
Leave this in.